guys out of the base, that's, helps you to keep them from
the game. In the top half of the fifth, he was relieved by Katz after piling up the walks. Now Hirata takes over for the effective Wiles. It's a swing through on the first from Murillo. Agustin Murillo following the second back quickly at 0-2. Shingo Hirata, part of the Yokohama Bay Stars in Japan. Debuted for them back in 2014. It uses a routine bouncer. It's snared by Panda. Mailed across the diamond a little bit wide, but shuffling just off his bag to grab it. Abbott puts the first out on the board for the new relief man. Shingo Hirata, one of 3 Japanese players involved in the 2025 Baseball United UAE Series. Brand new event debuting February of 2025, bringing together professional players from across the globe, from prospects to all-time legends. Hirata finds a strike to his fellow countryman, Shuhei Fukuda, the 17-year vet of Japanese professional baseball. Ball and a strike in their first meeting, and our first meeting between a Japanese pitcher and a Japanese batter so far in the UAE series. Fukuda 0 for 1 so far. Dips down after that. Was 1-2. This is, in so many ways, a historic event. And we know there's so many people out there watching with interest in this particular matchup. Hello to all of our fans in Japan. There's Fukuda. Moves to 2-2. He's had such a legendary career. Played for the SoftBank Hawks and the Marines. Also has played some in the Australian Baseball League. Was there with the Brisbane Bandits back in 2010. Just missing the outside corner. Hirata tried to paper clip it. Let's go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Base is empty, bottom half of the fifth. Garcon on deck for the Arabia Wolves. That might be down. Yes, it is. Thomas or Guerrero could get to it. Shuhei Fukuda, the DH, picks up his first hit of the evening.
Next up to bat, number 8, Carlos Garcon.
Professional hitter, works it full, and then doesn't have to do too much. Get on base, give a little hope to the Wolves team. The Falcons have clearly outplayed them tonight, and yet, especially when you factor in the money ball, the Wolves are very much alive. Down 3 with 4+ innings to go. Upstairs in the first to Garcon, 1-0.
The way the game started, it felt like we were going to see a lot of more often. It seems like the pitchers, are making some great pitching.
Yeah, they've recovered.
The inning.
Recovered really well. I mean, in the second inning, they were just hitting the ball all over the yard. We saw that big double from Guerrero. We saw the home run from Hawkins. Nobody's scored in this game since the bottom half of frame 2. So just a piece. And Carlos debuted professionally as just a 19-year-old in 2011 with Oaxaca in Mexico. Made a nice career for himself since. Was with Durango in 2024. Guasave as well. In 60 games last year for Durango. Ended up with 41 hits. This pass here, Hirata starting to find his way. We'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Back-to-back full counts now for Hirata. Fukuda single off him on 3-2. And he will move on the pitch. Smacked down the right side by Garçon. Just cardio for Fukuda. Wolves have had one man caught stealing in this game. 3-2 again. Fukuda moves, and he can slow down. Some quality plate appearance. Base on balls.
Looks like the Wolves is getting things going. Making this gang entry.
Arabia Wolves smells good for them. Smells good from that American Garden barbecue, really. It's wafting over the field.
They need to get something going here.
Chris Byers could get something going in a hurry over the left field wall. If you were with us for the Arab Classic in November, he came up in the 6th inning against a favored Palestinian team with the score tied 1-1. That was a time limit game as well. There was about 20 minutes left in the game. He hit one out of the park to make it 3-1. The UAE never looked back, won the game 6-1 to advance in surprising fashion to the final. It was supposed to be, this was sort of the consensus before the tournament, Pakistan versus Palestine, both dominated the qualifying rounds. Tigers had other ideas. Bouncing ball back, 1 ball, 1 strike. He's been really open about his career, talking about the ups and the downs. Playing here in his hometown, certainly one of the ups. Ball down, Smith goes with him. Plays in the local league, and he's a Little League Hall of Famer. If you go down to the Dubai Little League, always love going down there and seeing the improvements and the fun. It's on their Hall of Fame wall. He'll be punched out here. Hirata knew he needed it and gets a critical strikeout.
That was a great pitch right there. Breaking ball.
Shingo Hirata with his first strikeout. A 5'11" right-hander. Started back in 2014 with Yokohama. Going up against Rudy Martin. Hirata, who's also pitched in the Australian Baseball League with Canberra. Dueling with Rudy. Trying to get his mic going as well. Runner will get going as that ball slips away from the catcher. Both are going to move up. Fukuda goes to
I
third.
say here can make the gang interested though.
Simple single would cut it down to 4-3. Garçon is a catcher on second, but he'll be off with contact with 2 outs. Fellow catcher Mineo might stay around to regret that. Hirata suddenly in hot water. 2-0 to Rudy Martin. Martin flies a kite out to left. That thing is down. And it's not fielded cleanly. It is going to make it a 4-3 game.
2 runs scored for the Wolves.
Alejandro De Aza muffed it a little bit out in left field. I'm not sure what it mattered as Garçon was off as soon as the ball hit the bat. Martin little inside out. Liddy did his best to get to it. Diaz had trouble getting the lariat around it. And suddenly, the Arabia Wolves, who at times looked like they were on their heels and maybe got their last bit of hope, have suddenly made this a 4-3 game. Harada gets a visit here from the pitching coach, Les Lancaster, former Chicago Cub, former St. Louis Cardinal, and the former Detroit Tiger. Quick conference call. Big swing, though a short shot. Martin picks up 2 ribbies, and now Dwight Smith Jr. comes to the plate. Well, you called it, Albert.
He might be running right here as well.
Let's see if he can call it again.
That pressure.
Good lead. Stays put. Dwight Smith Jr. laser shot right field. Guerrero cuts it on the track. It's a single once again. It's corners for the Arabian Wolves. Smith has done a really good job tonight. On twice with a walk and a single. Extends it very importantly to Didi Gregorius.
Number 18, Didi Gregorius.
First multi-run frame of the game for Arabia, just the second we've seen tonight. First to Didi. Sir Didi takes it for a first ball. That is more than just a fancy nickname for Didi Gregorius. He actually was bequeathed knighthood following a great performance in the Netherlands 2011 World Baseball Classic. He and his teammates became Knights of the Realm. He's on ahead 2. And now he's slamming this out to center. Thomas back though. And Dylan Thomas with a big read. Gives it a 4-3 game. Productive frame for the Wolves. They see Let's do it, baby. Going to the 6. Back within 1 in Dubai. Swing.
Wow, that was close.
First. He will stay up there.
Yeah.
Pre-bill, the first base umpire making the judgment.
Hard to tell.
Real hard to tell. Did he commit on the pitch is what you ask, and evidently not. 1-2, he stays alive to take a soft liner out to the left, and Diazo once again struggles with it. Has a go off the glove and kick toward the corner. Base hit plus the game's first error. And just like that, the tying run is at second base of the Wolves in the bottom half of the 6th. Got an extra go at it. And Diaza, last 2 innings, there's been a couple balls hit to him that he just hasn't handled cleanly. First one probably didn't really matter. This one does.
And that's really, really rare on C. Diaza. He's a really, really good defender outfielder.
And he's had a good game with the bat as well. He's got a triple and run scored, but he's been caught at the plate in a crucial relay. That was in the 2nd. And now some trouble in left field. Hannes. He would pass the runner and reach himself. Should have been a first out. Instead, Gregory Cano's throw is wide. It's grabbed by Abbott, but an E4. 2 errors in the square. First and third, still no outs. Murillo coming to the plate. Looked routine. That's why you hustle right there. Good work by Panis. Chugged out of the box. Cano, who had a web gem in the first inning. It's tough playing on the other side of the world. So many of these guys coming from far, far away. Murillo And follows one back to the screen. Good hands by Fukuda. The man on deck to toss it back to the dugout.
And like we say, those are routine plays that need to be made. And sometimes when you don't make it, they make you pay.
Real taken across the knees. 0-2. Shingo Hirata. You can see the sweat piling up in that turquoise cap. Not the hottest of nights in Dubai, but these guys have had to grind it out and getting late. Strikes. We started this game right about 8 o'clock after a fantastic pregame ceremony. We've been at it for about 2:15. Two-strike offering. That's to Panda. Goes to second for the out. On to first. Good pick from Abbott. One score just to tie the ball game at 4-4, but that double play is going to go a long way for the Falcons.
We now have a tie game.
Starts at one corner with Pablo and another somewhat errant throw by Cano, but Abbott kept the foot on the bag despite Ruben pointing at him and saying he came up. I think that's a little gamesmanship from Ruben Rivera. I think he knew he kept the toenail on there.
Yeah.
Fukuda, the man from Yokohama, Japan, who had a flare shot single in his last AB, suddenly with the bases empty. A couple down, Fukuda swinging through. Second time these two fellow countrymen have met. Fukuda worked it full before winning the first battle with a little bloop out to right center field. It's 2 balls, 1 strike on him now. And 2 down in the bottom half of the 6th. 4-4 game, each team now with 6 hits. Fukuda, that's a long way out to left field.
That is out. We are headed to the top of the
side and tosses it to the fans. Oppo field swing by Fukuda ends up in the glove of Deaza. We're tied, headed to the 7th. Shingo Hirata trying to keep the Falcons in front. They had the bases loaded with a chance to break it open, but just nudged out to the lead. Garcon, the catcher, swings through the first from Hirata. Only relief man of the game for the Falcons. 0-1.
And after the way that the inning started, you know, last inning, I mean, to be able to only just give up 1 run, it was huge. You know, just keeping the game within the reach, you know, just 1 run.
This is really tight after the Falcons built a 4-0 lead after a frame and a half. Carlos Garcon had a tough top half of the 7th. Reaches down and flies that foul. Well, happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there in baseball land, wherever you're watching in 170 plus countries, 6 continents around the world. February 14th for at least another 90 minutes or so here in Dubai. And if you are in love with the game of baseball, then the 2025 Baseball United UAE Series is right here for you. Garcon, high parabola, center field, first out. And now we're getting a special treat. The 9-hole was originally occupied by Chris Byers, who lives in Dubai, and now it's going to be occupied by Michael Maga, the fan favorite vote winner who got the last spot in the Arabia Wolves roster, proud member of the Filipino baseball and softball community in Dubai. Talked to Michael before the game, so excited to be part of this. And when you know it, he's out ahead 1-0. Byers, his evening over after going 0 for 2. Good strategy against Toronto. Rudy Martin, who has a key 2 RBI single in this game, waiting on deck. Maga. Could it be the winner of a fan poll that pulls them even? Maga against Hirata, who's trying to battle and stay in it as a right-hander gets loose in the pen for the Falcons. But, three balls and a strike as the fastball just did clip the bottom of the zone. Dennis steps out of the Falcons' dugout to peer down toward the bullpen. Lancaster does the same. Maga takes his first half to boost himself full.
Let's give it up for the Baseball United fan choice, Michael Maga.
Fans coming to life for their choice. 3-2. And Maga punched away. Well, he got out ahead. Unfortunately, though, it won't be a walk or a hit for Maga. Martin comes up with the Wolves still leading this. Still trailing in this game 5-4. Falcons 5, Wolves 4. A put out by Thomas in center field and now a strikeout by Hirata. The Falcons within and out of moving to the 8th. Rudy swings over. Dumped his single out into left to make it 4-3 back into 6. Rudy middle of the box, slightly open stance. Inside off the mid of Mineo. He continues to catch. And for this Falcons team, we saw another of our Baseball United prospects, CM Laffy, out between innings. Doing a little work, warming up Hirata as Dwight Smith Jr. plays some miniature golf behind the plate, puts that loose ball over to the Falcons dugout.
You know, Hirata has done a really good job since he took over. I know that he gave up that 2-run, but since then he settled down and, you know, have given 3 strong innings.
Yeah, and we talked about it many times. They need long stretches from both starters and relief men. Just the first of a 3-game series. Rudy again with 2 strikes. Fortunately for him, Alex Liddy able to coast back and reel in the flying fish. Hirata shuts him down. 5-4 Falcons going to the 8th.